Now, if you are a 100% disabled veteran from military service and you will pay $0 in property taxes on a house, saving $250 a month may not be for you, but it was for Mike and his family. They were moving here from the Northeast. You may not like this one, but Joe did. We have state income taxes here, and he took a corporate pay cut just to move to Northwest Arkansas to the tune of $45,000 a year less coming to his family. Moving to Northwest Arkansas might just save you some money, but there's also some points that might cost you some money. So we're gonna review all the pros and cons in these categories: health insurance, utilities, gas prices, home prices. So let's start talking about those right now. The first way you can save money by moving to Arkansas is this: home prices and land prices. We are the 9th fastest growing metro area in the United States by percentage growth. People are flocking to Northwest Arkansas. People are moving to Arkansas, and that's because our median home prices and our median land prices are below national averages. And then we're also a very highly desired, Northwest Arkansas is a very highly desired area to move to. And you already know that because you're looking at this video. Typically people are looking for a house in a neighborhood, just close to the city, close to facilities and things that they need, or they're looking for a house in Bella Vista, which adds about 10 minutes drive time, 15 minutes drive time to everything. But you're surrounded in the trees there in Bella Vista. Or you're looking for a house on some land or some raw land, maybe some wooded or pasture land that you want to cultivate into your own homestead. So let's go over the prices on these. Our regional median price point for our home is actually below the national average. The NWA median price is around $360,000, while the US median price is in the $430,000. So you're already saving money on the purchase price compared to most of the country. Predominantly, what we're talking about there is a house in a neighborhood, maybe a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, kind of averaging. So, and for our land prices, again, Northwest Arkansas is recently the 9th fastest growing metro area in the United States. And so out of the top 10, we are the 2nd cheapest land out of the top 10 list. So the US national average for rural land is going to be $12,000 to $15,000. And then Northwest Arkansas, it's going to be all the way up to $75,000 an acre, but that's just Bentonville. That's Benton County, where the hub of everything, all the expansion's happening. Now, if you get in some outlying counties that are still Northwest Arkansas, you got Crawford County that you're going to be $7,000 to $18,000. You got Madison County, just a little bit east, Fayetteville, Springdale area. That's going to be $5,000 to $15,000, and that's going to be some decent usable land. Carroll County, you're going to be in the $10,000 to $20,000. That's Eureka Springs, mountainous, hilly. Crawford County also is very mountainous, West Fork and such like that. So it's going to be beautiful vistas potentially, and you're up in the hills. You're about 1,800 feet above sea level, 1,600 feet. Then Washington County, Benton County are really bringing that average up to from $25,000 to $75,000 an acre. Depending on where that acre is. If it's closer to the city, then it's going to be a lot more expensive, but you get my point. We're still ranking on average as the 2nd best in that top 10 list. If you plan on owning a home in Arkansas, if you ever over 65 years old, or you're 100% disabled veteran from military service, you will want to know this. Every homeowner in Arkansas will qualify for their primary residence, $600 off their property taxes right off the top. Boom. Homestead credit, very nice. And every senior, 65 or over, you can freeze your property taxes at the amount when you turn 65. Or when you first buy it and you're already over 65, boom, that tax level freezes and it will not go up on you for the course of the time that you own it. Now, if you are a 100% disabled veteran from military service and you will pay $0 in property taxes on a house with up to 40 acres of land. So you can have 40 acres of land and a house on it, pay $0 property tax for you and your family. Let's review our taxes right quick. So our property taxes, we do have property taxes, and we do have them on your house and land and your vehicles. For your vehicles, if you have a $20,000 car, it's valued at $20,000. It's going to be roughly 1% on that car. So let's gauge that at $20,000, $200 for the taxes, and about $50-ish for your tags and fees and such like that. So you're under $300 a year for your tagging your car and paying your property tax. Now for your house here in Northwest Arkansas, The effective property tax in Benton and Washington County is approximately 0.7 to 0.8. Now that's including the school district and the city and everything else. And the good news is assessment increases are capped at 5% every year. So they can only go up 5% of what you're paying every year. So it's not astronomical 20% jump or something like that. And again, out of that top 10 list of most desired areas that people are moving to, we're coming in at second, almost second, but third place. We're pretty much tied with second place. So compared to Austin, Dallas, Nashville, Charlotte, we are wiping the board with them. So far, we have lower houses, lower land costs, paired with lower taxes. So this is going pretty well for us. Hey, if you guys are finding this interesting and you want to figure out how to get a hold of us, there's a QR code, there's a phone number, there's an email, there's a website, there's pigeons, there's smoke signals. We will get your message. Reach out to us. And when you go to that QR code and that website, it's going to take you to like a link tree right now. But later on, if you're watching this, 6 months or a year or 2 years from now, then from when it was first posted, it's going to be a nicer, flashier website with all the resources on it. And so right now it's going to send you to Linktree where you can get a hold of us and schedule a Zoom call or a phone call with us. Now our gas prices are about $2 less or $4 less than somewhere on the West Coast and many other places. So a national average right now in June of 2026 is about $4.10. Now if you're in Washington, you're probably closer to the $5.50 mark. If you're in California, you might even be in the $6.50 mark. Now, in Northwest Arkansas, our average is going to be about $3.45, $3.47. You can get it as low as $3.30 this morning. So fuel here is usually about $2 cheaper than Washington and only about 10 to 20 cents more expensive than Dallas area. And it's about $3 to $4 less expensive than parts in California. Now, my friend, he delivers he delivers fuel all over Washington, taking his truck everywhere. Whenever I call him, I'm like, oh man, the fuel's only $3.60. The fuel's only $3.30 here today. Like that's not terrible, but it's not exciting. He's like, wow. He always says, well, bless you. And well, that's at least what he means in his heart, but because he's paying about $2 more expensive for fuel. So usually people are going to find savings in fuel costs here in Northwest Arkansas. About 18 months ago here in Arkansas, we just got electricity and indoor plumbing. Life-changing, absolutely life-changing. I know. With that dumb joke comes more costs and more expenses, but everybody needs their water, their sewer, their trash, electricity. Everybody needs their internet. For average, to give you a frame of reference, for my wife and I, it's just 2 people and a cat, 1,600 square foot house, 4 years old, all brick home. So water and sewer, we're spending about $60 a month. For gas, we're about $40 a month for most of the year. And then in the coldest time, so January, February, March, we're maybe in the $120 range. The rest of the year, it's maybe increasing up a little bit, but it's averaging about $40 a month for about 9 months out of the year. Electricity, we're gonna be $85 to $150 a month, depending on the season total, and utility costs vary, reasonably year round. But we have when we're running AC and it's 100 degrees outside, that month we're probably gonna be spending closer to that $150 mark, but during the winter, we're in the $75, $85 range. Trash is $60 every quarter, and then fiber internet for 100 megabits a second, provided by Ozarks Go, which reaches most places in Washington County. That's $50 a month. And if you wanted a gig, that's $80 a month. So it's pretty low there. National average is going to be about $400 to $500 a month in monthly utilities. Northwest Arkansas, our range is going to be about $275 to $425 a month. So we're already coming in at the baseline of national average or lower. So you're saving a couple $100 a month maybe in utilities. Saving $250 a month may not be for you, but it was for Mike and his family. They were moving here from the Northeast. They had to add their daughter, who just turned 18, onto the insurance. 3 cars, 3 drivers, new house, and they were saving $250 a month based on what they had in the Northeast. So this is a big savings for them. That's money in their pocket, might be money in your pocket as well. So definitely worth checking out. Now, typically, out of that top 10 list that we've been talking about that people are moving to, growth areas, we're in the top 5 for home and auto insurance coverage, meaning the cost to cover, we're in the top 5 for the best places to go. In some cases, it was in the top 3. Usually my clients are saving about $80 a month to hundreds of dollars a month on their home and auto insurance combined, depending on the situation, depending on what state they're coming from. So this might just put more money back in your pocket. Bob was able to save $50,000 a year by just moving here. And a lot of that came from just his health insurance. One client, let's call him Bob, was moving from California. He was paying nearly $2,500 a month just for him and his wife on health insurance. And after moving here, he got some better coverage or about the same, and was able to save $1,400 a month on health insurance alone. That's a big pay raise right there, plus all the other total combined savings that we've already talked about in all these other categories. So he had just over $50,000 a year savings in all these categories. And of the top 10 growth markets, Northwest Arkansas is number 3 for the best priced health insurance. So that might be an area for you to save some money. You may not like this one, but Joe did. We have state income taxes here, and he took a corporate pay cut just to move to Northwest Arkansas to the tune of $45,000 a year less coming to his family. But because of our income taxes being way less than where he was coming from, California, he was able to put back in his family's pocket $400 a month just by the savings from the income taxes. That's crazy. So our income tax is a tiered system. And of course, you're going to start out at 0, but you quickly, and most people are going to get to that 3.9, which is the top. 3.9% of your income tax is going to go to Arkansas. And like I was saying, Joe, he was making $180,000 a year in California, took that $45,000 pay cut, moved here, plus all the other savings of health insurance, utilities, gas, overall cost of living, car insurance, and property taxes. He was putting in his family's pocket more than $1,200 a month just by moving here, even with a pay cut. Now, that's not going to happen for everybody, but it's definitely worth doing your own research and seeing if that's going to happen for you and your family. That's typically what we're seeing is people are going to be paying less in all these categories when they move here to Arkansas. This last one, you're not going to like. It's sales tax. Now, the national average is 7.5%. NWA average is 9.5%. If you're buying a car that's over $4,000, you're going to pay 6.5% sales tax on that car, even if it's a private sale. Now, compared to the top 10 growth areas, we are near the worst of the 10. So I think we're 8th place. So that's the one category that we are terrible at for the top 10 growth areas. Now, I'm going to end on a good note. This is bonus category number 9, grocery prices. We are coming in at 5% less than the national average. And that might have something to do with Walmart being here. Maybe, maybe not. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. Hit the YouTube buttons, do all the things for us, and stay tuned for more videos.